Hello Merfam, this is Stephanie with Mermaid Geek, and today I'm bringing you a video that's a half silicone, half fabric mermaid top to go with your wonderful mermaid tail that was in the last tutorial. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you check it out before this one. That one is much more in depth. Unfortunately, I didn't think about making a video until halfway through. So, let's get started, shall we? The first thing that you're going to need is a bikini top. I got mine off of Amazon relatively cheaply, but if you look at the center, you'll see there's a lot of folds and fabric creases, and all of them seem to have this, so I had to find a way to overcome that, but it was basically the color I wanted, and it worked out. It was pretty cheap. Next, you're going to need your all-purpose silicone. This can only be silicone 1, it cannot be silicone 2. Silicone 1 is better for the environment and is the actual important thing. Next, you're going to need a plastic knife and a plastic spoon, and finally, you're going to need Pearl EX powders. These powders come in a whole bunch of different colors, or you can actually create your own colors like I did. To make a light pink, I combined flamingo hot pink with a white, and to make a coral, I combined the pink, orange, and some yellow, and finally you're going to need some silicone water guard. This is a spray-on silicone that you'll use after, and you don't have to use it, but I can't speak to how it will work if you don't use it, because the powder might come off in the long run. It does leave a slightly yellow tinge after a while of use, so just keep that in mind when you're choosing your colors. And finally, that is everything you're going to need for this, so without further ado, let's get started on the actual steps. First, I took the bikini top and I wrapped it around a plastic bag filled with towels, which will kind of give the illusion of how a body actually works. And then I just took a piece of swim fabric. It's just a regular piece of thin swim material you could buy at Joann's, and sewed it across the bottom. I am a little self-conscious, so I didn't want my stomach completely out. You'll notice that this also spreads it a little bit more and gets rid of some of those wrinkles. Then I also spray painted it to make it a little more uniform in the color, since it was a light pink and a tan material on the bottom. Next, I took some silicone and a knife. This again was to even out some of the folds and creases in it to kind of give it a uniform look before starting with the scale. So this, I just put some silicone on, ran over it with a knife, tried to fill everything in and make it as flat as possible. And the other point you have to take care to fill in is the material that is between the bikini and the actual fabric that you sewed on. So next we're going to start with the scales. For this, you're just going to put a little dot of silicone where you want the scale to lay, and then you're going to take a plastic spoon and push it down and up so you get a little bit of collection of the silicone in the front. And you're going to overlap these so they make kind of a scale pattern. And as you can see, I went in a triangle pattern starting at the bottom to allow it to build up. This was a little bit difficult, so at the end I actually went back in with scissors and removed some of the fabric that you could still see that wasn't covered by actual scales. You just continue doing this all the way up the top to the top of the bikini. It is a little more difficult, especially around the sewed material and actually the cups. You get a little weird, I don't know how to describe it, weird pressure that you have to put on it to make it. So then finally, they don't have a good clean ending, so I took some silicone and I just lined the top of it and then stuck some little seaweed kelp-like stuff that I found at AC Moore in there to kind of finish the top off and make it nicer. It's also going to have a little resin seashell in the center for where everything comes together, but that is currently setting, so I do not have this included in the video. Then finally, I took my Pearl EX powders and I kind of haphazardly placed it all over. Like I said, I had a few different colors and I would just take it and spread it all over. So I know this video was kind of lacking some information for you guys, especially visually, and I really apologize about that. I just didn't think about recording it until about halfway through the process, and at that point I couldn't undo things that I had done. So please, please, please go check out my mermaid tail video. I feel like I did that one much more in depth than I did this one, but this one is a simpler process since you're not worrying about the entire tail and body cast, so on and so forth. So that also being said, I will actually be making commissions of these if anyone is interested, unlike the tails. So you can reach out to me either in the comments below, or you can find me on Instagram, or preferably through my Facebook page, Coral the Mermaid, and you can reach out to me there. And if you have any questions, please drop them below. I love to hear what you guys are doing and what you guys think. And if you actually make this top or the tail from my other tutorial, please let me know. I'm so excited to see these. Just to let you guys know, also, I will officially be doing a mermaid shoot next week. So I will have a video up of the tail and this top soon and how they move in the water. And then hopefully, if all goes according to plan, I will actually be bringing Coral to Iceland and getting some pictures out there, which would be really exciting for me. So give me a big thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, and please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I've been in college, so I'm a little all over the place, but I promise I got more coming. And have a wonderful, wonderful day, people. Bye!